All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, and come on in. Come on in. We have a very cool, rare, original toy. Why am I stressing original? Before I tell you, as always, get comfortable. Grab that steaming cup of coffee if it's morning where you're at. Relax, kick back in the chair, adjust it, swivel it, whatever you have to do. Play around with the computer screen, fidget with the mouse, get a snack in the other hand. Maybe it's a nice Slim Jim you can chaw on, or if it's morning, a healthy banana or a carrot stick, or if it's not, I always say, grab a little cocktail. You know, for me, it's the afternoon as I'm making this, and I have my new go-to standard for drink, coconut water. Man, this is refreshing. It's also addicting, so I read about don't drink too much. You could have a lot of potassium in the coconut water, so I guess I have to dial back my bananas. Not too many bananas and coconut water, I guess, at the same time. But anyway, if you're comfortable, and by the way, if you're lurking through the interwebs, the intranets, whatever the hell they call this worldwide wide web that we surf these days, take a second to please subscribe to the channel. Did that appease the algorithmic gods of all these platforms that we're broadcasting this on? If that's done now, we're going to talk about Garon, however you pronounce it. He is a 60s anime. And again, this is the original Nomura version. This was reproduced by Osaka Tin Toys, probably in the 90s, which means they're antiques too now. I mean, isn't it amazing, those toys that Osaka cranked out in the 90s? They're like the midway point. So you got the 60s, 30 years later you had the 90s. Now 30 years from that we have, you know, we're like at the midway point, you know, like 60 years have passed. And those are midway through this era. So at any rate, I had the opportunity to acquire this very unique, like I said, 1960s version, and I jumped all over it. So who is Garon? I had to look it up because I never really saw the Garon anime, but he was a giant from outer space, and he landed on Earth because, like everything else that lands on Earth, he thought humans were lame, and he was going to basically annihilate the planet. And let me tell you something. If Garon landed on this planet now, there'd be no hesitation. No hesitation. But some young girl discovered the little boy living inside his breastplate. I think the boy was named Pick. So she convinced them humans aren't as lame as you suspect. But again, that was in the 60s. Maybe now that little girl might have convinced them otherwise. But be that as it may, let's take a look at this cool, groovy box of Garon here. And he is robotic too, so what a foe for Tetsugen, right? Now, they use the Tetsugen pressing, and I wonder if they ever battled. Did Tetsugen ever battle Garon, or did Garon become like an anti-hero? I'm assuming he was more of like an anti-hero, but there's your Nomura logo. And you can see here, this does not have the Osaka Tin Toys. But look, there is your Pick there, and he's got this stoic look. I'd have to find out, do more research to find out how he was controlled. But man, look, he looks angry. He looks almost devilish with that funky hair. Almost like the year where was it the year without a Santa Claus, the Heat Miser, that funky hair. But you could see the nice kanji written there. And is that Pick? Is he holding a gun? You know, if he's holding a gun, he would be happy with the SCOTUS ruling that allows New Yorkers now, and I guess everyone else, to have, I guess, fair distribution of concealed carry. That's what the SCOTUS decided. And without getting political, I guess they felt that if some people can have concealed carry, namely probably celebrities and VIPs, maybe the rest of citizens that are law-abiding should have that opportunity. That seems to be what the case was. Anyway, so he would be at home because he would fall under that category, although he's probably a VIP of sorts too, though. Anyway, here's your Garon. You can see he's this cool, like, tealish color. Man, what an expression. You talking to me? He reminds me a little bit of Paulie from Rocky, but at the same time, without that funky hair, he also reminds me of, if you take away that hair, like the Thing from Fantastic Four, because it kind of looks rocky with all those plates. So the cool feature, and one of the things I liked about him, now I don't know, I'm not sure if they created a battery version of this toy. They may have, and if they did, I'd like to find it, because you know what? I would love to have one where this automatically lifts up like this. And there is your pick. How cool is that? He's in there like controlling all the bells and whistles. Neat, huh? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. It almost looks like Space Ace with the helmet. Couldn't tell him, go here, go there. So I don't know if Garon is sentient. I mean, I guess he's controlled just like Jimmy Sparks controls Tetsugen. So anyway, lithography is very cool. Colors, this teal with the mustard belt, black, works all very well. You got rubber hands here, which thankfully haven't deteriorated. You got these flat roller wheels, and over here you have these treaded wheels. Now, the key was missing, which was I was slightly disappointed in, but I was told that they were going to make a concerted effort to find the original key, because for the cost I paid, it should have the key. Anyway, here's your on-off switch, which is also kind of unique, this red slide switch. There's your Nomura logo. I think I heard Lucy coughing in the background. You know, my Bichon is 10 years old now, so they get like a tracheal collapse and start like this funky cough that sounds almost like they're choking, but the vet's like, nah, it'll be fine. I'm like, really? She sounds like she's gasping and choking for, you know, hanging on for dear life. He's like, nah, it'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Now, this other plate here is tabbed in. It does not open, so, which is good, because I didn't want it to be like, you know, boobs or anything like that. So it's just got one operating chest plate here. Now, this is just the metal, right? So the more you open it, you probably weaken it. So you have to be really careful, because I could see a kid flipping it up and down, eventually breaking the metal hinge, and then so long to the plate. This key I borrowed from my Tetsugen. Actually, the Robot Hut repaired that Tetsugen with the arthritic tin hands. So that's repaired. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see another video on that working. Let me know, and I'll post it. But I believe the Robot Hut is going to have a repair video on that. So I may just leave it up to him to show it. This way I don't have to stress it out and mess with it. So the key goes here. I'm going to give it a few winds. Nothing crazy, because God only knows how this spring is. See, I slid the switch up. Oh, there's a lot of resistance already. Not too many winds. And let's let him go. Oh, man, come on. Seriously? That's weak sauce. Come on, Garon. You could do better than that. I know he's got to have a lot more life left in him than that. Could be this, the arms blocking. Let's see if we could. Maybe not. Maybe that's... We'll try one more time, but like I said, I don't want to stress out the spring. I'm going to take the key out this time. Now the arms ain't going up. What happened? There we go. right, well, that wasn't too shabby. He came back 5. I think the key might have been interfering a little bit. So that, my friends, is your rare original Nomura 1960s Nomura Garon with his original box. Now, if you like this toy, do me a favor and please thumb up the video. And again, if you're a lurker and you were just cruising the web, I assure you, you will not see toys like this anywhere. In fact, I challenge you to find a video of an original Garon anywhere on the internet. I bet you won't find it. And if you do, post a link. But as always, I thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it. And again, be also greatly appreciated if you share the video with other people. Let them know that we're here and we're growing and we want to hit that 1,000 as soon as we can and beyond. So please subscribe, share it. And with that, thanks again. And my friends, will talk to you later.